Hi guys, it's Miss Henderson. Happy Thursday. Just to reiterate from what has been posted on Schoology, today you are responsible for 2 IXL strands, BB9 and BB10, both of which you need to get at least an 80 SMART score. Remember, you can go above that if you want to challenge yourself. So all we're doing today is we are graphing points from a table or an equation onto a coordinate plane. My first recommendation for you guys is to tilt your screen the vertical way. That will allow you to see everything on one screen. I'm not going to do that because I fear that for this video, when you go to watch it, everything's going to be sideways. Alright, so the thing about today's graphing is you actually only have to graph 2 of the points from the table. You don't have to graph all 3, although that third point will land on your line. So I have 6, 3 and 8, 4. So I'm going to plot 6, 3 first. So I know the first number tells me where to go on my x-axis. So I start at my origin, I go over to 6, and then I'm going to go up to 3 on the y-axis. You'll notice that when I touch the spot where 6, 3 goes, I get this colored dot. All right. After that, I have 8, 4. So again, I'm going to go over, start at my origin, go over to 8, but then I'm going up to 4, plot my point. You'll notice that that line automatically gets inserted for you. You don't have to do that. Once you've plotted 2 points, if you want, you can check to see. So my third point was 10, 5. If I go over to 10 and up to 5, I see how my line has intercepted that spot. So I know that I'm on the right track. Okay? All right, next, we have an equation and not a table, but that doesn't mean that we can't make our own table. So if you get to this scenario, okay, make an XY table, and you only need to put 2 points, and I suggest making X0 and making X1, all right? We need to figure out what Y is using this equation and substitution. So I'm going to write Y equals X plus 1. I know that X is 0. So I'm going to rewrite y equals 0 plus 1. So y equals 1. Okay? So when x is 0, y is 1. Same thing here. Y equals x plus 1. This time x is 1. So I'm going to write y equals 1 plus 1. So now I know that y equals 2. So I have my points now. I have 0, 1, and I have 1, 2. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go down to my graph. I'm going to plot my first point, which is 0, 1. So I don't move on the x-axis, I only go up on the y. And then my second point is 1, 2. So I go over to 1 on the x-axis, up to 2 on the y-axis. My line is inserted, and I hit submit. Okay? So that is what you guys are doing today. If you have any questions, please let us know. And good luck. And, oh, actually, we're not done. I'm sorry, guys. We have to go watch BB10, which is interpreting a graph word problem. So sorry. All right, so BB10, I think you guys will like this, and I hope that you might find it to be rather easy. So you are given a word problem. It says this graph shows how the number of boxes of shingles that Brett's roofing service has left is related to the number of homes that the company works on. Okay? So they give you this nice graph. We notice on the x-axis, okay, this is number of homes, and on the y-axis, this is the boxes of shingles that are remaining, okay? So if Brett's roofing service works on 10 homes, how many boxes of shingles will be left? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find where 10 is in terms of homes, because that represents 10 homes. I'm going to follow that up until I meet my plotted line, and I notice that 90 corresponds with that point. So I know if he works on 10 homes based on this graph, he'll have 90 boxes of shingles left. Okay, I'll do one more with you guys. So this graph shows how the number of plants Dan can have in his backyard is related to the number of seed packets he purchases. So if we think about that independent dependent piece, the more seed packets you buy or the more flowers you plant, the more that will grow. So look on your x-axis to see that's where number of seed packets is. Here we have the total number of plants. So the question says, how many seed packets does Dan need to have a total of 30 plants? So 30 plants is, they're talking about here on the y-axis. So I want to find the number that represents 30 plants, and I'm going to follow the 30 line until I intersect with my diagonal, okay? And I notice that this point right here is representing 3 seed packets. So I know that when he has 3 seed packets, he'll get 30 plants, okay? So down below, I will hit 3 seed packets. All right, so you guys are on your own now, all right? Just remember for today, BB9 and BB10, goal is to get a SMART score of 80 in both. If you have questions, reach out to myself or Mrs. Fates. Good luck, have fun, challenge yourselves, and we'll check in with you guys tomorrow.